So today I just wanted to do a quick brief video kind of explaining what the end of last year resulted in and what my upcoming plans are for the future. So towards the second half of last year, I suffered a couple injuries. I broke my wrist, I separated my left shoulder, and I had a compressed spine and a pretty big concussion at the beginning of October, which pretty much took me out from riding for most of the fall. And where I live here in Colorado, the fall is pretty much some of the best riding because we have this clay mud and it just will clog your wheels. And we don't get too much moisture in the fall, so it's much better to ride. Spring is really muddy, which we're coming into now. And then I've done a little bit of fat biking this winter, but I've had to take it easy mainly because I've been rehabbing my shoulder. It's still pretty sore. Basically, the way I heard it was I hit a tree in the middle of a cross country race at 25 miles an hour, and I sprained my wrist. I dislocated my pinky, and when those gave way, I hit my shoulder, and so I got an AC separation from my collarbone and my shoulder blade. But moving on from that, we have had a lot of snow down here in the Southwest. The last couple of years, we haven't really had a winter. But this year, winter has come, and it's come with a force. We came, and we've had, I think 2 weeks ago, we had a storm where we got 3 feet of snow over 2 days. And Flagstaff got a storm where they had 3 feet of snow in 1 day. And so fat bikes are fun and all, but there's only so much we can do. Like, I can't ride through 3 feet of snow. I don't have the power. No one has the power. It's heavy, wet snow. So I've kind of just been stuck around the house trying to figure out what I want to do for the future and for some more projects this year. Yeah. So I'm thinking this year, I'm not saying I'm done with racing. Not that you guys have really seen any of my race footage anyway. But I used to race a lot of downhill, cross country, and enduro. I just like competing in everything. But I think I'm moving away from racing at least for this year, so I can hopefully not get injured so badly. I'd like to push my limits. And other things, I'd like to focus more on videography and just general riding. I'd like to improve my bike handling skills and try a lot of new things. And training for racing really takes up a lot of time sometimes. Um, it's a everyday kind of thing where you have to think about, what you're doing and how you're training and where it all focuses. And since I've competed in 3 different disciplines, I've never really focused in on training for one. I've just kind of done general training and a lot of just riding. Made me a pretty good all-rounder, but I'm missing a lot of essential skills for like the outer extremes of both. Like my endurance isn't as great as a cross-country racer, and my raw speed downhill and jumping skills aren't as good as a downhill racer. So this year, I think some of my big projects I'm going to focus on is towards the end of March, I think I'm going to go to Moab and maybe get some filming done there, work on getting some cool shots, and I just kind of want to focus on playing around in the slick rock, get back into my normal groove, and then throughout April, probably go down to Sedona. Because where I live, I will if it dries up around here, like we've been getting a little bit of rain, but if it dries up, I'll work to get some filming done and stuff within the area. But if it dries up, or if the snow melts out but doesn't dry up completely, the mud here is unrideable. I'm probably going to be traveling around Sedona, Moab, down to somewhere in Albuquerque, New Mexico, go up to the Denver area if that's nice and dry. And so this year, I think I want to focus on this channel and focus more on moving forwards and focusing on videography. Upcoming things to look forward to are I'm definitely going to do a bike check, maybe of one bike, maybe of all my bikes. I don't know. I'll decide when I get there. And probably a gear check of everything I have and everything I generally take on a ride. And then at some point, I have a couple local KOMs in Strava that I want to go after, and so I'm going to try and film those. These are all things that I want to work on through this coming year. So yeah, I hope you want to join me with it, and please subscribe and like this video, and hopefully I can build a pretty cool thing from here. Yeah, have a great day. Have a beer on me. Thanks.
Who is the Dread Pirate?
You're the Dread Pirate Roberts, admit it.
With pride.
I'm the Dread Pirate Robert.
What can I do for you?
The Dread Pirate Robert.